first. All set to jump. Gates are back. Warsaw Concerto near the inside was one of the first to get going. Courthouse Lane away quickly, and So Turbulent began well. Regal Touch caught 4 wide going forward. They were followed by Tristram Show, Search for a Star back on the fence from Our Madison, and Silence's Gull was last of all. Warsaw Concerto was headed off down the back straight by the top weight So Turbulent, who sped clear. It went away by 3 lengths on Courthouse Lane with Warsaw Concerto on the fence, and Tristram Show whipping up. 3 wide and about to run to second. Speed right on. 2 lengths away, Regal Touch, Search for a Star back the fence from Silence is Gold and Our Madison. 900 metres to go, and So Turbulent is pulling Beedman out of the saddle. Led 2 lengths on Tristram Show, a clear second. 3 lengths away, Courthouse Lane. Warsaw Concerto up against the fence. 2 lengths, Regal Touch. Search for a Star back on the rail. It's about 7 off the lead and awkwardly positioned. 2 lengths, Silence is Gold, giving them a fair start, and Our Madison the trailer. Past the 600 pole, and So Turbulent the pacemaker at a frantic tempo. Led by 2 lengths on Tristram Show chasing. 3 lengths, Courthouse Lane. Warsaw Concerto off the bit. Regal Touch around, Search for a Star, and Silence's Goal 6 off the lead and 5 wide, and 2 lengths to Our Madison as heads turn for home. So Turbulent in front. Tristram Show now setting sail out after it. 2 lengths to Raking Ground, Courthouse Lane, and then Search for a Star. It's Tristram Show getting the upper hand with 100 metres to go now from So Turbulent. Courthouse Lane and running on Search for a Star. Tristram Show in front, rocketing down the outside, Silence's Gold, but it's all too late. Tristram Show wins a length and a half to Silence's Gold. Search for a Star third from Courthouse Lane. Then So Turbulent, Regal Touch, Our Madison, and Warsaw Concerto last in. Winner of the race is number 2, Tristram Show. Larry Cassidy and John Size combining, and they've got a great book between them as far as runners and rides. And Tristram Show, after being caught very wide, was sent forward in the early stages by Larry Cassidy. Sat behind the speedy So Turbulent, who set a very frantic speed down the back straight on the first occasion, and then dashing to the front. This daughter of Tristram has been a mile too good for them. Silence as well. Hot Chill by 4 to Hallucinogen, and Bright Comet third.
4 lengths and can't muster in the early part. Eyes wide open. Raised the play as the first out. Attacked immediately by Our Brittany. Sunset Feeling is third, and Torpedo Handy fourth. Awesome Diamond wide out, followed by Fantasies down on the inside. 2 lengths to the Well Tried Lady Brocco, settling third to last as they run into that bottom turn. Eyes wide open, got up on the inside, and Rory's Jane out wide, dropped out to be last of all. Haven't gone all that quickly now, and raised the play for Oliver Justed. Our Brittany. Sunset Feeling is 3 deep. In behind those horses, Fantasies fourth on the inside of Torpedo, and Awesome Diamond travelling wide. A length further back, Lady Brocco, Eyes Wide Open, and Rory's Jane on the outside. Only 5 lengths covered them, and it's raised the play. The leader about a neck clear from Our Brittany's been second all the way. Sunset Feeling feels the pinch, whipping around the outside. Rory's Jane. Torpedo got lost when they sprinted. She's second last cornering, and Lady Brocco's about 5 wide and third last. Round the corner now, Our Brittany lays it down to raise the play. Fantasies is coming into the clear, and the red blinkers now, and Lady Brocco down the outside. Our Brittany dash to the lead. Torpedo getting through on the inside, and it's still in front. Our Brittany. Fantasies lunged. Our Brittany just beat Fantasies, and Torpedo charging home along the inside. Terrific run, the third horse, in what was a fairly slowly run race. Next, Lady Brocco, and they were followed further back in the field by Awesome Diamond. Raised the play, which tied Rory's Jane towards the end from Sunset Feeling, and last, Eyes Wide Open, which blew the start. Our Brittany is the winner. Number 6, written by Travis Creek. Number 6, an outsider to start tonight, $11.20 and $2.60. Not much between Fantasies out wide and Torpedo for the minor. Fantasies has got second, number 9, to pay $4.90, and Torpedo $1.20. Well, she just got left flat-footed when they sprinted. They've run race time of 1:13.6. That's quite a slow time. Home in 36.5. So something on the pace had to win it. The leader disappointing, raised the play. Our Brittany sitting outside her. Very, very good. Fantasies coming through along the inside of Our Brittany and following it home into the race was a good effort. And I thought Torpedo was the run of the race. She really does want something a bit longer. Found the line very, very...
So it's 6, 9 and 3. Great finish to the first with Our Brittany, the winner at 11.20 and 2.60. Now Warrigal
coming in from $3 to $2.60, and the gates are back. Hot in the City out wide on the track away quickly. Saginaw began well and Vologna showing speed. Coulton fourth, plus fifth. On the rail is News of the City, or News of the World. They were followed by Lazy River. Corelli getting back with Sonia Dora. 2 lengths. Bellegardia not wanting to go. Hot in the City was able to come across from the outside gate and leads the way. It's out by 2 lengths. Vologna, Saginaw the fence. 1 away. Coulton 3 wide. News of the World, the grey, the centre. Lazy River on the fence. 2 lengths to plus. About 6 off the lead and niggled at by Die. Then came Corelli, Sonia Dora and Bellegardia. Hot in the City, 600 metres to go, leads the way. 1 in front of Vologna with Saginaw on the rail. Coulton has covered ground. News of the World travels in the centre and going fairly easily. There's Corelli, the other grey, whipping around those. Plus comes wide to start its run from Lazy River, Sonia Dora and Bellegardia last. Hot in the City kicked on the bend. 300 metres to go. Hot in the City, 2 in front of Saginaw. News of the World to the outside, plus the centre running on, but Hot in the City is out, full of running at the 100 peg. It's 2 or 3 lengths in front of Plus and Saginaw. News of the World and Bellegardia, but Hot in the City is roaring clear, and Hot in the City went home and won 2 lengths to Plus. Saginaw was third from Bellegardia, News of the World, and then came Corelli. Lazy River well back in the field in company with Sonia Dora, Vologna and Coulton last in. Hot in the City giving John Size the first 2 races here this evening and has landed a rally of very good bets, 260 and 140. Crossing from the outside gate, showing tremendous speed, held up by Corey Brown until the bend, and then he gave the filly, or the mare, a little bit more leather and she rocketed clear. Plus was doing her best work over the concluding stages, definitely signifying that she's crying out for something longer than the 1200 metres. She was off the bit a long way out, being niggled at by Die to go forward.
Ruler for Damien Oliver on the inside. They're off. He won the jump on the inside and Mr. Field got a little slow. Mr. Touchwood got back as well. Kabila, as usual, is going to settle towards the end, and Mr. Machiavelli and Zahiro are the first 2 to show out. As they made their way to the 1200 turn, Mr. Machiavelli leads, Zahiro the outside, prime ruler box seating. Mr. Sands is 4th outside, Mr. Feelgood, 1 Jugar Bay. A length Our Heritage and 2 lengths to Mr. Touchwood with Kabila on his outside. It's Mr. Machiavelli leading down towards the 1,000 metre mark. Zahiro a length and 3/4 away, prime rule of the rail. 2.5 Mr. Sands, 4th outside Mr. Feelgood. Jugar Bay next to the outside. 3/4 away to Our Heritage, and then came Mr. Touchwood, who's next to last with Kabila on his outside. At the turn at the 800, and the leader is Mr. Machiavelli over 2 lengths to Zahiro. A length away, prime ruler Mr. Sands is 4th in the pink colours, and he's starting to make his run. Jugar Bay went round the outside with a quick move. They're followed by Our Heritage. Kabila starting to make some ground. Mr. Feelgood back second last. He's in an awkward place. And Mr. Touchwood is last. Mr. Machiavelli led. Zahiro looked to be going particularly well. Second, they kick away 3 on Our Heritage, prime ruler. Jugar Bay's effort short-lived. Kabila next round the outside, and then Mr. Feelgood. Mr. Machiavelli tackled in earnest now by Zahiro. 3 lengths away is Our Heritage, Mr. Feelgood and Kabila. Zahiro took the lead from Mr. Machiavelli. Our Heritage and Kabila starting to rocket down the outside, but Zahiro a length in front, holds them out, and Zahiro sees it through to beat Kabila. Our Heritage has run 3rd, Mr. Feelgood a good 4th, and Mr. Machiavelli 5th. He'll be better for that. Then came Mr. Touchwood, prime ruler. Mr. Sands dropped out, and Jugar Bay last of all. Zahiro the winner, number 1, written by Stephen Arnold. If you could bet in the run, you'd probably want to have something on him. He was really travelling coming up towards the 500 metre mark. Lovely turn of foot, and away he went. And he was able to hold out Kabila. Terrific run from Kabila coming from last, really sprinting home, considering they ran the last 636 and home in 24.4, and he's come from about 8 lengths off them. So very good run, the second horse. And 3rd to Our Heritage. Nice solid on-pace effort there. Mr. Feelgood running home solidly at the end of it, and Mr. Machiavelli, who led them up, he looked a touch burly on it tonight. Second up, stepping up quickly in distance. I thought he held on okay. And
so it's 1, 2 and 8, with Zahiro proving too strong in the second at the Valley. Now, Pinjarra...
The gate well, and they're racing. They've come away in a good line with one exception. Check or Bet very slow to go. Most Wanted won the start, and Samuka near the inside showing blistering speed. Folsham Street in the blue colours going up to match him. Most Wanted is 3rd from Sporting Scribe and Abiano. 1 away, Hebe Reeby, and Check or Bet the tail ender. On the outside, Folsham Street leads the way, just in front of Samuka, and they're running along at the 800 pole. 2 lengths Most Wanted, and Abiano perched up behind those in between runners. On the fence, Sporting Scribe. Scribe. One away, Hebe Rebe and Check or Bet the tail ender. Folsham Street the outside, Samuka. They're cutting at one another, 600 to go. They're a length on Aviano and Most Wanted. Most Wanted's got Beedman in a pocket on Aviano. Two-length Sporting Scribe, Hebe Rebe and Check or Bet coming deep and about to start a run as they near the bend. Folsham Street given a cut with the whip, just led Samuka. Aviano's off their backs at the right time. Following him through Sporting Scribe as they turn the bend. Aviano's after Folsham Street and Sporting Scribe's going for the inside run and finishing well. Sporting Scribe's after Aviano from Folsham Street. Sporting Scribe taking the shortcuts, dashing quickly at the 100. He raced past Aviano, running on Hebe Rebe. He's flying late. Hebe Rebe's after the leader, Sporting Scribe, but Sporting Scribe has enough in hand and wins a half neck to the very fast finishing Hebe Rebe. Aviano disappointed. He ran third from Folsham Street. They were followed by Check or Bet. Samuka well back after being in a speed battle up front, and Most Wanted the tail ender. Sporting Scribe, the winner of the race, trained by John Hawkes, ridden by Rod Quinn. Beautiful ride by Quinn. He got shuffled back coming down the side of the track, but he cut back to the fence at the 300 metres mark, looking for a very narrow inside run, and he was able to bullock into the clear. And this big horse by Runyon has finished the race off very well. Look at him get the head out and really wanting to find the line.
Good win that, Sporting Scribe. 783.20 over the roughie in the field. Hebe Rebe flashing into second place, but just ran out of room line there, and the line bobbing up, and Sporting Scribe got the prize. Aviano disappointing third, so 3, 6 and 1 after the third there at Canterbury. Now the greyhounds about to move up at Gosford for this fifth event, All the Raid.
Orange Cattle's on Troubadour near the outside. There is the favourite in a wide betting race. Many hopes in it. Saboteur leant back on the stalls. He missed it slightly. Troubadour over near the outside began okay. Banff Connection was away well. So was Wyndham Tycoon and the filly Avilda. Mondavert up in the first few with Trimahan not far away. As they run to the bottom turn, and Avilda looks like holding them out on the rail from Wyndham Tycoon. Mondavert 3 wide. Banff Connection caught 4 wide into the back. Kahuna with a lovely trail over on the inside, followed by Bergamia. They're being followed by Trimahan, 2 Saboteur, Wise Words and Troubadour last. About 8 lengths cover them at the 1,000, and the leader is Avilda, 3/4 Wyndham Tycoon. Banff Connection's got in now to be 3 off the rail. Trimaha goes up 4 wide. The pressure's really on. Kahuna over on the inside in 5th placing from Bergamia, and then Mondavert. 3 lengths to Wise Word. Saboteur's under the whip, and Troubadour last as they went up the side at the 700. And the leader still is Avilda. Gauci trying to give it a little rest mid-race. Just leads Wyndham Tycoon. Banff Connection's been working the trip. Kahuna over on the inside needs a shade of luck from Bergamia. Mondavert. Then Trimaha dropping out, and there's Troubadour let loose with its run, but spots them 5 at the turn, and Wise Words gets up on the inside. Avilda controlled the last 400, kicked a length on Wyndham Tycoon. Bergamia running on. Kahuna just behind Avilda as they corner, and then Mondavert. Troubadour looked to be too far back. Avilda leads. Bergamia coming after it. Kahuna getting the rails run. It's Avilda in front of Kahuna, who's trying hard to rally, and they're followed by Bergamia and Saboteur, but Avilda's clear. Holds Kahuna's Saboteur coming late, but Avilda wins it. Avilda by a half length. Saboteur. Good strong finishing effort, the second horse, and third Kahuna. They're followed by Bergamia. Troubadour out wider, and then Banff Connection, who worked very hard from Wyndham Tycoon and Wise Words. A long break of about 75 metres away then to Trimaha, and Mondavert's run last of all. Number 6 is the winner. Avilda, ridden by Darren Gauci, trained by John Hawkes, had the pace to lead them early, and he was able to give her a rest mid-race and then kick away on them round the home turn to pay 6 even and 2.20. Saboteur, the eye-catcher, was under the whip about 700 from home. Long way back at the turn. Tongue lolling about there. Might have got it over the bit even. It's run second at 2.30 and Kahuna $2.30 as well at 6.98 in race number 3.
All right, thanks, Greg.
We're right on start time, and they're set to jump. Gates are back. Dawn Raider the Grey was fairly away near the inside. Here's Ronnie jumped quickly, and Dashing Scene was showing speed. Gondola going forward in the cerise colours. Wider out on the track as Eastern Star with Tread the Boards. Morphy behind those from Wangi and L.A. Blur, grabbed hold of by Cassidy. He's a further 2 lengths astern as they race to the post. Dawn Raider niggled out in front of Dashing Scene for Dashing Dan Beasley. He's quickly moved up to put on the pressure. Here's Ronnie third, Gondola fourth, and back the inside Tread the Boards. 2 lengths away is Eastern Star around Morphy, then Wangi and L.A. Blur, who went a bit wide in the turn out of the straight last of all. Dawn Raider the leader now at the 1,300 metres mark by a length on Dashing Scene. One away, Tread the Boards. He's running on the outside and Gondola doing it tough. The 3-year-old going up quickly now to put himself into the picture. 2 lengths to Eastern Star. Morphy back the inside. 1.5 to Wangy and 2 lengths to LA Blur. Down the back 1,000 metres to run and Dawn Raider rolling along the grey. Leading by a length on Dashing Scene, travelling on the bit. Tread the Boards, the fence. Gondola planted wide and between runners is Here's Ronnie. 2 lengths to Eastern Star. Outside of Morphy, 2 lengths Wangy and still last of all LA Blur. And he's been ridden a very patient race by Larry Cassidy as they come down the side. 700 metres to go. 8 lengths first to last. Dawn Raider in front. Leading 3/4 on Dashing Scene. Setting sail out after him. Tread the Boards needs a run from Gondola. Then Here's Ronnie. Eastern Star, Morphy back the fence. They were followed by Wangy and last of all LA Blur as they come to the bend. Dawn Raider in front of moving up Dashing Scene. Tread the Boards goes to 30s off the fence and coming with a run. 2 lengths to Morphy and following him home on the fences LA Blur as they turn. In the straight, Dashing Scene had rushed up on the outside of Dawn Raider. LA Blur needs a run. If he gets out, he's about to burst through in the centre and Morphy's chiming in. Morphy's after Dashing Scene. LA Blur's getting the run. Morphy's hit the front, but LA Blur's levelled up. It's Morphy just in front. LA Blur driving. LA Blur finishes it off best and wins, and it was a great ride. LA Blur's won it from Morphy. Third, I think, Dashing Scene from Tread the Boards, Wangy. Then Eastern Star, Here's Ronnie. Well back in the field was Dawn Raider and Gondola last. There wasn't a gap there, was there? A needle eye opening Larry Cassidy took aboard the eventual winner of the race, LA Blur. He elected to stay to the fence. He could have come wide before Wangy took off in front of him at about the 700 mark. And there was no gap there, and then he just keeps pushing through, pushing through. Morphy's hit the front, looked the winner. But Larry Cassidy giving John Size 3 winners, himself a double. Ride of the night so far, an outstanding ride. And LA Blur has finished very quickly the last 50 metres.
To just get there, and the favourite home, LA Blur, at 2.30 and $1.20 over Morphy, and good ride by Darren as well in that. Dashing Scene at $1.50. 4.25 after the 4th at Canterbury. Now Warrigal going around in the 4th of the Valley over the 2040, all set. Once again, here's Greg Miles.
And Mrs. Bentley pinged away very well towards the inside, and now George got out in a hurry. Nicoletto, Rio Del Mar jumped away nicely. Foramore easing over their heels, getting towards the tail end. Our George sped across the field and led with a lap to go. 2 lengths to Nicoletto outside Carphanation. 2 lengths Rio Del Mar on the outside of Mrs. Bentley, 5th turning out of the straight. Couple of lengths to Flaming Roberto and Planet King on the outside. Good pace here. Back behind them, 2 lengths away, Our Needles, 1.5 to Navajo Poet. Foramore over on the inside, 2 lengths to Lazy Luton, Silver Glade last of all. Our George at the 1,500 leads about 1.5 lengths. Running second is Nicoletto, 2 lengths to Carphanation, 2 lengths to Rio Del Mar, another 2 lengths away Mrs. Bentley off the rail. Flaming Roberto getting up along the inside into 6th placing. Then Planet King outside Foramore, a length to Our Needles, 2 to 3 lengths further back in the field, Navajo Poet from Lazy Luton, who's next to last in Silver Glade. Our George the leader, running along pretty quickly for Gauci. Into the back near the 1,000. He'll try and steady the tempo as he did in the previous now. And 1,000 to run. Our George led Nicoletto. Carphanation a length away 3rd. Flaming Roberto the fence 4th. 1 Rio Del Mar's gone up 5th, being followed then by Mrs. Bentley outside Foramore. Then Planet King, 1.5 to Our Needles, niggled at 800 a run. 2 lengths Navajo Poet, Lazy Luton, Silver Glade. Up the side now, and Our George in front. Nicoletto testing it up the side of the course. 2 lengths Carphanation, Flaming Roberto. Rio Del Mar next, and there's Planet King taking off round the outside from Mrs. Bentley. And next is Our Needles at the 600 and past it now. Nicoletto outside Our George, leading Flaming Roberto. Rio Del Mar, Planet King still running on wide in the blue and gold. Mrs. Bentley's following into the race, and hasn't she got something left? Gold Cap following her home, then Our Needles as they corner. Planet King out wide, Rio Del Mar go to the lead. Mrs. Bentley getting to the outside, followed by Our Needles. Planet King takes the lead. Mrs. Bentley the big danger. Mrs. Bentley is after Planet King. Planet King, Mrs. Bentley from Lazy Loot the inside. Mrs. Bentley went home the better. Mrs. Bentley wanted to head to Planet King. Lazy Loot got up on the rails to grab 3rd in advance of Our Needles, and then came Navajo Poet. Silver Glade passed a few from last, being trailed further back in the field then by Flaming Roberto and Carphanation, and then Rio Del Mar trailed by Foramore, Our George and Nicoletto. The 2 pacemakers finished last and second last.
Well, Mrs. Bentley came into the race at the right time, and she's just run down Planet King in the dying stages. Well ridden there by Patrick Payne and Mrs. Bentley to pay 4.30, 170. So it'll be 6-1 and a photo for third there after the running of race 4 at the Valley. Now Pinjarra moving up well for the 7th. 4
now. All the red lights on top of the Bulldogs' gates are ablaze. Started looking right down the line. Janichi and Sunderbank well behaved. 6.90 bowl coming in. $3 juggling time the favourite. And they're ready to jump. Danorama moving about. Sunderbank not quite ready. Sunderbank ducking and weaving out wide. Take a Flight well behaved has been well backed. Set. Racing, good line out with one exception. The favourite juggling time, tardy to go near the inside, and Sunderbank hit the ground running from Take a Flight, Wicked Burrito and Bold. Bounty's Revenge not far away with 4 Bill and juggling time, motoring up on the inside from Please Charge. 2 lengths away, Charity Springs, Scriven well back with Janichi, and 5 lengths to Danorama. They're 5 abreast at the top bend. Sunderbank wide, Bold the cerise colours. Bounty's Revenge 1 off the fence, juggling time the rail, and Take a Flight 3 out in 5th. 1 away, Wicked Burrito. Please Charge wide, 4 Bill the fence, 1 back Janichi. Scriven third last, 7 off the lead from Charity Spring and Danorama. The Pacer Cracker coming to the bend, 600 to run. And the front runner Sunderbank, a neck on Bowl with the fence. Juggling time away from the rail. He's coming with his run from Bounty's Revenge. Very wide, Take a Flight, deeper still then is Please Charge as they turn the bend. Sunderbank in front of Bold. Here on the outside is juggling time. Charity Springs getting a great run up on the inside. Charity Springs moved up to juggling time and hit the front. Wicked Burrito from 4 Bill late, but Charity Springs sprinted away at the 100 mark. Opened up 2 lengths, juggling time, 4 Bill and Please Charge. And Charity Spring with a saloon passage has come home to win easily. Second juggling time, photo third, Please Charge, or Danorama jumping out of the ground. 4 Bill behind those from Wicked Burrito, Bold. Then Janichi, well back, Scriven, Bounty's Revenge, Sunderbank and Take a Flight with the tail-enders. Charity Spring getting a beautiful run up on the inside. He's a horse who on his day can finish the race off very hard, and with the speed on and the ideal run that he was given by Brad Pengelly and trained by Ray Box at Randwick, this 5-year-old son of Red Bletch has burst through inside openings at the 250 and has recorded his 2nd career start victory from 21 starts. Juggling times run 2nd, did his chances no good by bungling the start. And 3rd, I think it's Please Charge, number 10. Correction. Just looking at the board, it's a bit hard to tell from here. It's number 8, and that is Please Charged.
So it'll be 5.38 after the 5th at Canterbury. Good win to Charity Spring. Now at Gosford, heading to the boxes for this 8th event.
Stalls are back, they're racing. Hit and run a little bit slow out with Hula Wonder dropping out to the back of the field. Cradle Snatcher away running. Landed in front here, settling down from the Golden Dane, showing speed. Fairuz is pushing forward. Rain Dance Lady slots in 4th. Then Southlands, and further back in the race, Hula Wonder. They're followed by Hit and Run the inside. Noir Sear and 2 to Sing Giggy Beach. The leader on the inside, Cradle Snatcher at the 8.50, a half in front. Now a length in front of Fairuz, a length and a half the Golden Dane. Rain Dance Lady is on the outside, 4th. Back to the fence, Southlands. Then Noir Sear only about 4 lengths off them. Hula Wonder on the outside from Hit and Run, and on the outside of it now Sing Giggy Beach as they bunch up inside the 600. Cradle Snatcher a neck in front of Fairuz, and Rain Dance Lady is looming up on the outside, makes a line of 3. The Golden Dane 4th, a length off them, a half. Then Noir Sear still running on. Further back Hula Wonder, Sing Giggy Beach on the bend, and it's Rain Dance Lady out wide, sweeping up now to Cradle Snatcher and Fairuz. They left the fence and the Golden Dane got through, but Rain Dance Lady hit the front out wide from the Golden Dane. Rain Dance Lady drew a neck in front. The Golden Dane fighting back. Rain Dance Lady ahead in front. The Golden Dane coming back on the inside. Rain Dance Lady, the Golden Dane. They hit it heads up and down. Rain Dance Lady, the Golden Dane, not quite sure. 5 away, 3rd in the race. Would have been Cradle Snatcher from Hula Wonder, then Hit and Run. Further back, Fairuz, Sing Giggy Beach, followed by Southlands. Noir Sear dropped out in the last 200. It's a photo.
And number 5, Rain Dance Lady, 270, 130. 9, the Golden Dane, 880, 260. 7, Cradle Snatcher, 340.
5, Rain Dance Lady, 260, 140. Maybe 9, Golden Dane. 5's got it. 5, Rain Dance Lady, 260, 140. 9, the Golden Dane, 290. And 7, Cradle Snatcher at 290. So 5 Rain Dance Lady gets it at the Valley at Toowoomba, 341. 3 Rockley King, 340, 170. 4 May Raw, 270. 1 Rotella, 140. Quinella, 1030. Traffic. 119,
to there and Flipnell, 2 of the best out. Special orders going quickly. Peter Perfect's not far away. Likewise, Super Covered and Fondle Way, then Bartolozzi. Now to there's dropping back to second last. Sporadic settles third last, and at the tail of the field, Eugene. Plenty of speed on up front here, and Flipnell on the outside leads a half to 3/4 of a length. Special orders at the 800. Third is Super Covered, Peter Perfect. Fourth, then Fondle Way, Bartolozzi the inside from the there and Sporadic, and a couple of lengths to Eugene. They race along past the 600 marker, and Flipnell got a break now, a bit more than a length on Super Covet. On the inside is Special Orders, then comes Peter Perfect, a length of Fondle Way, momentarily held up for a run. Likewise, Bartolozzi to there, third last from Sporadic and Eugene. They're on the swing for home now, and Flipnell shows the way. Super Covet is in hot pursuit though. A length of Fondle Way into the clear, followed by Special Orders, Peter Perfect, and to there's coming right down the outside. It's Super Covet in front from Special Orders, and then Fondle Way under there. Super Covered, hard-ridden. Special Orders is cutting it down though. Special Orders right up on the inside from Super Covered, and Special Orders beat Super Covered order there. Then came Fondle Way. Further back was Eugene, Bartolozzi, Sporadic, Peter Perfect, and Flipnell, the early leader, walked him home in last place.
6 Special Orders, 2180 and 450. 1 Super Covered, 130, or maybe number 4 De There, 150. Possibly 614, the 6th at Canterbury. Those last couple in that market at Toowoomba, we got down to 22 Kuila Star, 64 and 16. 23 Valletta Bell, 45 and 12. 1916, the tip's favourite one. Bally's Pick at 520 and 270. 180, 140, Miss Penny Money, 6 even, and Laurie's Lottery, 760. Totes. Hopefully we get these in at Gosford, numbers.
Has a good line, they're off and running, and Gold Guru missed the start 3 lengths. And Paint Out running, landed in front of St Christophe and Theatre. Further back then, Miss Penny Money when they settle down, and Reduced Choice is travelling forward. Going around the outside now of Laurie's Lottery, then Flavour. 6 lengths to Rustic Dream and 3 to Gold Guru. The pace right on at the 800 metre mark, and Theatre serves it up to Paint. With Reduced Choice going up third on the outside, 3 out. A half further back, St Christophe running fourth. A length into Laurie's Lottery, Miss Penny Money. 2 to Flavour, 5 to Rustic Dream, and 3 to Gold Guru. Coming down the side, it's Paint on the inside, and Theatre having a good battle, a length and a half to 2 in front of Reduced Choice. On the outside of St Christophe, 2 further back, Laurie's Lottery. On the inside, Miss Penny Money. 2 to Flavour, 3 Rustic Dream, 4 to Gold Guru before the turn. Theatre and Paint together. A length in front now from Reduced Choice. At the moment, Cassidy's niggling at the favourite, and St Christophe has pushed it out of the way. Miss Penny Money coming with a run. They wheel for home. Paint first for home. Reduced Choice is gone. Miss Penny Money's the one. The 3-year-old filly exploded away. She's home. She's kicked to the lead from St Christophe and Reduced Choice. Miss Penny Money, the filly, blitzes them. Wins 2 lengths, Reduced Choice. A neck away, third, St Christophe. Then Flavour. Rustic Dream was running on late. Further back in the race, then Paint, followed by Theatre, Laurie's Lottery, Gold Guru last of all.
9 Miss Penny Money, Brett Preble, $6, 170. 8 Reduced Choice at 120. Number 7 St Christophe, 240.
9 Miss Penny Money, 610, 160. 8 Reduced Choice, 140. 7 St Christophe at 230. Daily double there. 6 and to 9 to pay $38.70. The race went to a 3-year-old, but it wasn't Reduced Choice. That trifecta at Gosford, 251 on the last, was $58.40. 987, 110.7 the race time. Brett Preble, winning jockey.
Come on,